You in any other good Facebook groups?
I'm not
like
an
an artist group.
I'm not really in any good ones anymore.
Yeah, not really.
I left them all.
Really?
I left most of them.
You don't really
Yeah, I
like
did
Facebook
too.
no more, though. You don't like Facebook no more either.
Who?
Yeah, I mean, I
Are
do.
we tired
I
of
do.
Facebook?
No, I do. I just don't post a lot.
Yeah. I really. So I
sit back and scroll and giggle.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
I'm on all the platforms, and I have like specific things that I want to share depending on the platform.
Yeah.
So like on Twitter, it's like unfiltered thoughts, just whatever I think.
Yeah.
And I like going back and just kind of reading that shit sometimes. And then on Facebook, it's like kind of like that, but it's definitely edited because it feels like it's more like it's not really a family audience, but it feels like more. It's more personal. On
Yeah.
Twitter, nobody I know in real life follows me. It's strangers.
okay.
It's all strangers.
Okay.
So who gives a fuck what these people think? Like I can say
Yeah,
whatever.
That's true.
But on Facebook, these niggas will see me in real life.
Take a seat and put your feet up. We gon' meet up. Sit with me and sip some tea with Remy Mulatto. Give me bottles of Hennessy and Moscato. They had enough already, but there's plenty to follow. I stay poetic, but Jay poetic, remaining effective. Conversation getting heavy, staying respected, playing the record, maintaining collective. Saying what you thinking, ain't no place for rejection. I claim it, I meant it. It's mostly everybody talking honestly over drinks. Tell me what you think. It's mostly everybody talking honestly over drinks. So tell me what you think. It's mostly everybody talking honestly over drinks. Tell me what you think. It's mostly everybody talking honestly over drinks. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think.
Welcome to A Method Podcast. I'm Jay Noetic.
I'm Remy Mulatto.
I'm Justin Ebanks.
This season, we got shit on our minds.
And we got shit to talk.
And shit that needs to be said.
And the best way for us to talk that shit
Is to have mostly everybody
talking honestly over drinks. That's what we call a motherfucking method. Hey man, it's Wednesday. It's 7:30. We live. Well, a little after 7:30. It's your first time watching the Method Podcast live. We appreciate you, man. If you watching it on Spotify and YouTube, hey, we need you
Tell somebody.
to hit the subscribe button, man. If you're watching it live, make sure you interact with us. Comment, hit the share, hit the live button.
Yeah, man, it's a party. Let's fucking
Hey,
go.
for the month of
Let's get it.
what month we in, man?
We in May.
because-
We in May. So, man, for the month of May, we have brought another dope ass friend on a Method Podcast.
The
What's up?
Black-
What's
We've
up?
known this
The
guy
Black
for
Bob Ross.
The Black Bob Ross.
That nickname is kind of growing on me.
I
now.
like
Growing
it,
on
man.
you,
I
Black
like
Bob
I'm
it.
gonna start
Ross.
using that myself.
Yeah, it's
Say what's up to the Method heads, man.
What's up, everybody?
How you
know,
feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Yo, this
you
is
know?
like, I'm a
You sound good.
49er fan.
sound good.
Yeah. You know,
Why do
I'm
we call you the Black Bob Ross?
well because I paint. I make landscape paintings.
Yeah.
So I just started one day. I just was watching Bob Ross on TV,
Yeah.
and I started doing it, and turns out I'm good at it. So
Turned out you're pretty
you know,
dope,
so-
pretty good at that shit,
See,
man.
Bob Ross, he paints happy little trees, and
Happy little
the
trees.
Black Bob Ross, he paints happy motherfucking trees.
yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
happy trees, motherfucker.
Hey, so we are happy to have you on for the whole month, man. So
Appreciate you being here.
let's get into
Yeah, it's gonna be
Method
good,
Mood, man. So Method Mood, we just talking about how you feel. Has it been a bad mood, bad week, good week, or great week? Anyone can go first. Besides me.
It's been a week. It's been a week.
You seem like you've been going through it here lately, man. Like you've been like going through some emotions lately.
I got a lot of elements to my life, and them elements be trying me sometimes. You know, I go to work, I got a relationship, I do a podcast, I do a lot of shit. I got like a pretty wide friend group, so it's like there's always something that's weird that I gotta like iron out. You know,
How you gonna say you got a wide friend group, but you always talking about you ain't got no people here?
Well, because I don't feel like super close to anybody. My friend group is large, but I don't feel like super tight with everybody. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what I crave. I want my circle to be a period.
Yeah,
I want it to be
a lot of
what?
associates.
To be a period.
A period.
Yeah.
Oh,
You ain't never heard
man.
that?
That means it's solid.
Yeah. Like a real small tight
So
circle.
I'm getting schooled, educated.
You know what I mean?
That's what's up, man. Well, hopefully you go out and find that shit this before the end of 2023. Justin,
So for me, my method mood would be pretty good. You know, I got I accomplished some things, you know, that I can't really talk about right now.
Oh yeah, for
Right.
sure, for sure.
Because people might be listening.
Yeah, for sure. We don't want to talk about
But,
that shit. We don't want to talk about that
But
shit.
yeah, that was kind of, you know.
You know, like, you know, when you got plans and you achieve some of those plans and goals,
Yeah.
it does always feel good to accomplish those goals,
Yeah.
regardless of what they are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
you know,
So,
Accomplishing goals is what it's about for
yeah,
sure.
so I'm feeling good. You know, my job situation is going pretty good right
Nice,
now.
nice,
you know,
nice.
I'm about to head to Japan in 2 weeks.
That's
Ooh,
pretty
that's
big,
dope.
man.
I
That's,
mean,
That's
that's
fucking exciting.
I can't
Yeah.
complain. I can't complain right now.
how's
you know.
how's your chopsticks life coming along?
My chopsticks, they're decent. They're decent.
Just
You know what I mean?
Two hands on one.
Bro, I've been eating sushi. I've been
Nah,
eating-
man, like you know, like my girl showed me the technique.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Right,
I think I'm good.
I've been shown
I'm good enough to not starve.
I've
Let's
been
put it
shown
that
that technique so many times, and I keep trying to teach myself how to do it. I still struggle, bro.
It's difficult. It definitely takes some
To
practice.
do it the proper way.
Yeah.
It's not the easiest
Like,
until you do it.
If my
repetitive action.
rice is even like remotely like loose, I'm fucked. Like it's got to be like super tight.
sticky, yeah.
And I'm gonna drop it a
That's
few
what-
times.
that's what he-
like I'm
that's
gonna
what
try
he
to pick
said.
it up, but it's gonna fall like multiple
Yeah.
times.
So yeah, man. My mood. I'm having a decent mood. I have a good mood. Most of my weeks are actually a good mood. I haven't
You got your hoodie.
got my hoodie on,
Yeah.
man. And this hoodie was a trial and error getting it to me from New Jersey. Ordered this jersey. I saw it on one of those crazy Facebook ads,
Yeah.
and it says "Black women are dope." Period.
Mm.
And I was like, man,
I
that'd be
agree.
dope. Just represent,
Yeah.
represent Black women. I love my Black women. I love all women. Don't get it twisted. But I do appreciate Black women. So I thought
he
it'd be good
loved
having
Black
them.
women more though.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
What's that
Yeah.
sleeve say, Jay?
Oh, so yeah, so
Oh God. Yeah.
So-
tell him that. That's funny.
so it's really a woman's hoodie, I
It's a
feel
women's
like,
hoodie.
but it was big enough for me. So Black women are dope. Period. Down here it says Black women lives matter,
Mhm.
but on the sleeve it says I am proud to be a
strong.
Black
Yeah.
woman.
But does it say woman on there? It starts with I am strong. I am what is it? I
I
am
don't know.
strong. I am smart.
I am
beautiful.
proud to be a
I
I
Black
am
proud
proud to
woman.
be a
Oh.
Black.
Okay, so
Yeah.
everything
She's
is
a
true.
strong Black woman.
I identify as a Black woman who likes Black women.
There you go.
So you know, it's just
Yeah,
one of
we
those
all.
things.
I think we all lesbians in here.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Anyway,
It's all good, man.
Yeah.
I identify as a superhero. So
Yeah, I'm with it, man. So having a good week,
like it.
man.
That's a good identification.
you know what I
I'm
mean?
taking a little road trip this weekend
Where you headed?
up to North Carolina. I don't like road trips at all,
Mm.
so I don't know why I agreed to this, but
You driving?
Headed up to
hell,
North
motherfucking no.
Kakalaki.
Oh, you ride?
I'm riding to North Carolina,
I
man.
couldn't do that.
So my good friend Lori, riding up with her and her brother to go celebrate one of her sister's birthday, who we're all obviously they're good friends with, but I'm good friends with. So
Oh, that's gonna be a good
it's
time.
gonna be
Yeah.
good, man. So I'm looking forward to it. Hey, let's get into what we call Method Movie. All right, man. So a Method Movie is where I play a yes, Brittany. I'm glad you love the hoodie. I think the website was called Black Women something. I'll drop it in the comments. Can't remember.
Right.
Anyway, so Method Movie. I'm gonna play a clip from a movie. These two need to guess the movie, and y'all need to guess the movie before them, or at least try to. Remy has really been on it, y'all. So I don't know what I got to. I mean, I want him to guess. I want y'all to get it right. I don't want to stump y'all every week. Justin used to be in the comments talking about he know that shit. So we're gonna find out right
Full
here
disclosure,
tonight.
full disclosure, I get this shit every week in the comments.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But
That's what
You
they
don't-
all
you just don't,
say.
you know.
you don't say it.
but last time I was on the podcast, I couldn't guess it for nothing.
yeah,
So-
it's the pressure. The
Yeah,
pressure
it's
make
the
a
pressure.
difference.
That pressure hit different. All right, y'all. So what movie is this?
What the hell were you thinking? Sorry. You want to take me on? No. Liar. You wouldn't be here if you wasn't trying to replace me and every other out here singing.
Is that
How
Dreamgirls?
many albums have you had?
Good guess, but no.
And no hits.
Great guess, actually.
You out here, but I can see you still that little girl in your daddy's living room. You're singing everything and anything. shoot one day, style off the next.
Remember any
And
guesses?
then some Billie Holiday blues.
I don't think I've seen this one.
Girl, you're all over the place. What do
Justin,
you
you're
want?
pretty close. Y'all think about movies that deal with music that's come
You
out.
don't know.
Is it?
Correct, Lori Williams. But
Aretha? Yeah, I haven't
it
seen
is
that.
about Aretha, but it's not called Aretha though. You know what it's called?
Pretend that's who he
Probably
is, but that's
It's
not
called
who he is.
REFECT.
Oh,
It's called
yeah,
Respect.
yeah.
It's
I
called
haven't seen that.
Respect.
Nasty.
It is starring
Ray Charles.
Jennifer
Jennifer
Hudson.
Hudson, yeah.
But in this clip,
Oh, wait.
particularly, is Mary J. Blige.
Wait, when did that come out?
Came out in 2021.
Really?
2021. First of all, before I get into details, I want to give myself a hand clap for stumping the motherfucking table.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
been a
you
long
got
time
me on
before
that
I
one.
did that. But
You
you
got
were
me.
close. So when I say you were close, because Jennifer Hudson was in Dreamgirls as
Yeah.
well. So I was like, you know, I don't want to give too many clips, but congratulations, Lori, for getting it right.
Congratulations, Lori.
So yeah, it came out in 2001. The budget in 2021. The budget was $55 million. How much money do you think they made? Budget was 55 million, I said. Yep, 55 million.
I say they made 120.
Oh, you going big.
I say they made 55 million.
So this is the first one that I've chosen that actually lost money.
That's what I thought.
They
That explains why I haven't seen
They
it.
only
Yeah.
did $32 million in box office sales, but the budget was $55 million. IMDb gave it 6.6. I think that's low. I actually enjoyed the movie. So
It was
y'all
in-
didn't see it. Y'all didn't see Respect?
Nah, I didn't
It was
see
in
it.
theaters, or
It was in,
it probably suffered
I
from.
think
It
I saw-
probably came out
I think
in
I saw
COVID.
it. Well,
Yeah.
COVID was still going
Yeah,
on.
it came out
Yeah.
during COVID. That's why.
I loved it, man. I actually thought it
You
was
saw
pretty
it-
good.
Where'd you see it? Or you saw it in theaters?
I saw it in theaters.
Wow.
I saw it in theaters.
Yeah, like I wasn't even aware that there was a movie. So whoever did the marketing or whatever was going on at the time.
Yeah.
Like you said,
That
there's a lot
probably-
of shit going on.
Yeah.
That probably came back. That probably came out back when like theaters were first opening up. again.
Reopening, yeah.
And I still didn't trust that shit. You know?
Yeah, that's probably one of those movies that probably should have went straight to HBO.
Yeah.
how they
Y'all
were
should
doing
watch
for
it,
a
man.
while.
It was pretty good. So, what are y'all thoughts on Jennifer Hudson as a female actor?
She's better than Beyonce.
I think she's.
As an
I
actor.
think she's an all right actor. I don't think she's like. I mean, I don't know. To be honest with you, I haven't seen too many Jennifer Hudson movies. So
Well,
from
most
what
of,
I've seen, she's been pretty good though.
most of the movies that she has done have, as far as the ones that's been big, has been geared towards singing,
Yeah.
and I think she does great in those movies.
Yeah.
I am not the biggest fan, but to your point, I think she's better than Beyonce.
Right.
But as a singer, she's an amazing singer. One of the
Yeah.
strongest voices I think we've ever heard.
For sure.
You telling me her as Cleopatra as Aretha is better than Beyonce as what was it? What was her name in Austin Powers? What was it
This
like?
guy.
Was
This
it
guy.
like
Miss-
Foxy Cleopatra?
Foxy something, yeah, I remember that.
See, if she was good in it, you would remember
You
the
remember.
name.
Yeah, so but Mary J. Blige was one of the main characters in that clip.
Hmm.
And I am not a fan of the actor
Who plays Mary J?
of Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige was playing that
She was
person.
playing the part.
Oh, you don't like her acting?
I do not like her acting at all. But in this role, in
She was
that
good.
clip, she was good.
Interesting.
So, but it was very brief role.
Yeah.
I've only seen her besides this is that she's in one of the power shows.
In the power shows.
Yeah. So
I don't know. Yeah, Mary J. She's all right. She's not.
she's just all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I could do that job too.
I don't see no like Oscars in her future.
Hell no. So did y'all know that the word actress is an outdated term?
I did know that.
Do you know what the correct name is now?
Actor. Just actor.
Well, they want it can go either way. It can go actor or female actor. So they want either male actor or female actor, but no longer actress. So
Right.
actress is the outdated
Why?
term.
What's the rub on that?
Equality, right? Equality. Like an actor is an actor. Doesn't need to be any division
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
between
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
a woman being an actor versus a man being an actor.
Yeah, I see.
And I think actress was always used as an apprentice or someone like maybe a little beneath an actor, a
Yeah.
male actor, you know?
Yeah.
I like the word actress. To me, it sounds. I don't know. It just I like the way it sounds. But I understand why.
It's just
women
like,
don't
you know,
want it no
like
more.
to me, I always looked at it as
How do y'all feel about the word actress?
I always looked at it as just like just the female version of that word. Like,
For sure.
you know, like
yeah,
how you say,
it's kind of like how in Spanish or like French they have genders to
yeah,
words, and it's just that.
it's just like how you say, how like you call a lion, but if it's a
Yeah.
female lion, you call it a lioness.
Yeah,
Mm.
and they're both dope. Like
Yeah.
a lioness
Yeah,
is a
exactly.
lion equivalent. They're both dope.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A female lion is still a lioness
Yeah.
is still a lion.
Yeah.
It's just a lioness
So-
to
so
make it
So I
You
guess
know.
maybe there's like some implication of actress being lesser
be
than
lesser.
actor.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's
If
why
that's
it's
the
gotta
case,
go.
then
Is,
yeah, I
is,
completely
is
understand.
actress is the word actress a is it does it look bad?
Pejorative?
Does it look bad because of feminism? Is feminism?
Yeah, I mean, feminism is what shows up and cancels shit like that. It's always
Yeah.
feminism. It ain't
Yeah.
dudes out here like we gotta stop calling them actresses. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
really
It's,
don't.
it's
Yeah.
it's women who's like, I don't want to be called an actress today. Just like there's I don't know what the status of it now because I don't keep up with none of this stuff, but I heard that female was becoming a bad word.
Oh, I never.
Like
used-
depending on how you said it, if you're talking
Yeah.
about like I don't know what
I mean, I
how
can
people
say,
act,
okay.
and then you'd be like, man, these females, and I
Yeah.
maybe there was enough niggas on like some podcasts or whatever talking
Yeah.
bad about females, and then female became a bad
Well,
word.
most of the time we heard someone saying a male saying the word female.
Female,
It's
yeah.
always in
Yeah.
a
Negative
Like these
connotation.
females crazy.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
always using a
So I
It's never-
I actually never use the word
Yeah.
female at all.
Yeah.
I always try to say woman, women, whatever. So
yeah.
congratulations, Lori Williams, for guessing that correct. Let's get into the Method Weekly, Mr. Remy Mulatto. What is the Method Weekly? What do we have to talk about today, Mr.
Well, there's a couple things we can talk about
All
this
right.
week. You know,
All right.
it's been a pretty good week in just things going on. Okay. First off, we had the Met Gala,
Right.
which was this Sunday, and during this, like I always see the pictures of the celebrities
Mhm.
and all the crazy outfits that they wear
Always.
and everything. Also, Serena Williams,
I heard she was
she
another
announced that
baby.
she's pregnant with her second child at the Met
I
Gala.
feel some kind of way
Okay.
about that.
Are you mad?
Yeah, you mad
You
about
mad?
that?
She's cheating on me, man. Why
Oh
she
yeah,
cheating
that's
on
fucked
me?
up.
Yeah, I
Come
mean,
on, Serena.
why would
That's
she
not
cheating
nice.
on me with a
Don't
white
do that to
man?
Jay. You
Yeah.
see Jay's hoodie? Come on,
I'm
don't
saying,
do that.
You know what I mean?
Don't do that.
Why would she cheat on you with her husband?
Fucked up.
A,
Like, that's her
millionaire.
You know,
You know what I mean?
millionaire.
The disrespect.
The disrespect.
So yeah, the Met Gala, which
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, I always see the crazy outfits and everything that they wear, and so I didn't really know much about it. So I decided to figure out what was really going on here.
I'm with it. What did you
Right.
find out?
So what I found out is that the Met Gala used to be called the Met Ball, or it used to be called the Costume Institute Gala.
The Costume Institute Gala?
yes,
That don't
yes.
make no sense.
So that
Too long.
so that name alone kind of lets you know why they dress how they dress.
Right.
Because it's costumes.
Yeah,
It's
what-
supposed to be wild.
Costume
right.
Institute.
Wasn't Jared Leto dressed like a cat? Like he was just like somebody's cat. There was a nigga walking around in a whole fucking giant cat.
You know what's crazy?
It was who was it?
I think it
I
was
don't
Jared
remember.
Leto.
I don't
I heard it was
remember.
Jared Leto,
It might have been.
and he was supposed to be like somebody specific. Like
Yeah.
somebody else's cat.
I saw Doja Cat, and she
Yeah,
had
the
the
cat.
thing.
But I
She looked
feel
a
like-
cat too.
I feel like this year all the black celebrities got the memo because they look
Yeah,
fine
yeah.
as fuck.
They understood
Fine
the assignment.
and dapper. And like
Yeah.
every picture I saw, I was like, yo, they look really good.
Yeah.
And so, which is different from like the past. It's like, I'm not saying that there weren't any crazy costumes, but
Yeah.
you know, pictures I saw.
So I got into a little bit of a spat about what Lil Nas X looked like.
Oh,
Did y'all see what he looked like?
no, I didn't see what he
Wait,
had.
Okay. So I'm gonna preface it with this. Somebody in the comments said he looked like a gay Silver Surfer.
Silver
Which-
Surfer.
You know
Which
what?
is-
Now that you say that, I remember what he
Yeah,
looked
which is whatever, but it's funny.
That was
But
this
basically-
year?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
this year. But basically, he was like painted silver from head to toe, like full body, and then he had like a silver mask on or whatever. and a silver metal thong.
I'm looking it up right now. Oh Lord.
Like ass out.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Yeah, he
it was extra,
he
but
did. He went a little
Wow.
extra.
but I like that for him. Like I feel like he's like
That's
the
wild.
freest person in the world. You know what I mean? That's somebody who
Like
does whatever he wants.
there's one
with no
black man on
regard.
earth that could pull that off, and it's him.
He's the only one.
That's
He's-
it.
like I'm not.
Like,
I
that's
can't.
the-
do
he's
that.
the only one that would
He's
ever
the
attempt
only one.
it.
Yeah, exactly. So like people in the
Mm.
comments were saying this is inappropriate. No, just people being people, whatever
Yeah.
the fuck.
Yeah.
So it's like this is just a free dude. This is just like a dude who.
I would say he's the freest black man
Yeah.
celebrity.
Yes,
for
he's
sure.
like the
Yeah.
freest celebrity, and he's living, I think, further in his truth than most of us.
For
So
sure.
let
Because
that
he
man
definitely does what the hell he wants.
Yeah, let that man
whatever.
live.
Yeah,
Them
there's
double-
no.
Once he did them double shoes, I knew that man
Yeah.
had reached the pinnacle of
Yep.
like, I don't give a fuck what you think.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I like that energy.
So what else happened at the Met? Did you learn the Met Gala?
So what I figured out is that the gala is actually held annually on the first Monday of May. So everybody, I don't know, everybody besides me knew that, but
I didn't know it.
that.
I didn't know it.
And it marks the opening of the Costume Institute's annual fashion exhibit. So that's the reason for it.
Mm.
Okay. So, and
That's
when you're
crazy.
invited to it, this is what goes into why they're dressed how they're dressed. Guests are expected to curate their fashion to match the theme of the annual exhibit.
So they have a theme every year.
Yeah. So there's a theme every year. So that's why, a lot of them will be a certain style or, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So
Would y'all personally ever go to the Met Gala if you got an invite?
I personally wouldn't because
Because what?
I found out how much they have to pay.
Oh, how
to
much is
go
that?
to
How
the-
much is it
It is
cost?
$50,000.
Wait,
That's how much tickets are.
So
There
why
is
did-
no tickets.
There's no
It's
tickets.
invite
So you
only.
get an invite
This is
and
it's
if you
invite
wanna-
only,
Yeah.
but you have to provide a $50,000 donation.
So my question would be, where does that money go to?
It
That
goes to the
donation?
Costume Institute.
Who the fuck?
I
is
had
the
no
Costume
idea that this
Institute?
institution ever existed.
Yeah, I would never pay 50,000.
But they're getting 50 grand from everybody that you see a picture of.
What's
So-
the benefit of going to that other than, I guess, powerful networking? But they already
Yeah.
know each other, you would assume.
Yeah, but it's good to be
Celebrity
seen. though.
status, yeah.
As a
Yeah.
celebrity, it's good to be seen in a good light, and the people are talking about you. You look great at the Met Gala. People are gonna be talking about you. Like we talk
What up,
about
V?
it.
That's what's
Yeah.
up. I
Well, see-
would go, but I can't pay 50,000. But if they say I can just go,
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
go.
It'd be
Well,
cool
see,
to go.
the thing
Get
about
some
it,
good
it's
pictures.
organized by Vogue magazine. So
Mm.
the celebrities that go,
Yeah,
they know that they're going to get publicity. They're
Right.
going to be in the magazine.
right.
You know what I mean? They
True.
might even get on the cover sometimes.
Yeah,
You
and
know what I mean?
and
So-
they might talk to somebody while they're there about a project or whatever. the fuck,
Yeah.
So
Man,
So,
that
yeah,
$50,000
so that's-
that $50,000 ain't going to that damn Costume Institute. They
That's
going
right.
somewhere. That's what's
Right?
up.
it's
Hey,
going
shout out
into
to the Met Gala, man. I'm
it's
all
going
with
into
it.
the after party.
They look dope as fuck.
Yeah, we
I'm giving it to
still
them.
waiting on our invite. By the way,
Mm.
For
we
sure.
go.
A Method Podcast.
I was just messing around. I'd go.
We need
If
to
y'all
donate
watching, you can
tickets.
invite me.
What's the other thing you got in the
So
Method
another
Weekly?
another thing is that there's currently a writer's strike going on in Hollywood.
I read about that. I read about it for the first time actually today, not knowing that you was bringing it up.
Yeah,
First one in
so
15 years.
yeah, so it
15
is
years.
the screen what is it? The
Screenwriters Guild.
Screenwriters
Guild,
Guild.
yeah.
They're upset with how they're being compensated since there's not a lot of reruns going on anymore due to streaming services.
Yeah, everything
That's
is
streaming.
That's
Streaming
true.
is
Yeah,
fucking everything
yeah.
up,
Ain't nobody
right?
watching shit.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
watch
So-
everything one time.
Yeah, and so
Unless you're
it's-
Ed Harris who watches reruns.
That's
all
Yeah,
the
true.
time.
exactly.
Ed still
So-
watches reruns.
So in turn, that's killing all of their residual income
Right.
that they make, and they want to renegotiate. You know,
Makes sense,
naturally.
man. It makes
Yeah.
sense. It makes sense.
So
They
yeah,
better
so
be careful.
I'm all for people getting their
Listen.
money right, man. Like I think
Shout out to writers, and I hope they get their shit off.
yeah,
But y'all better be careful.
that Chat GPT.
AI is like, oh, I could do this though for
Yeah.
nothing.
exactly.
Like,
I
y'all
mean,
better be careful.
The AI, they say potentially it's going to take
It
a
could.
lot of jobs.
It could.
It's not a good time to strike.
Yeah,
But I don't think
Like, when
that.
technology showed up and could take your job, you got to be careful.
especially
I
if your
don't-
job is writing.
Imagine like the day we start using like nuclear power, the coal miners went on strike. We'd be like,
Yeah,
nigga, we
we'd
don't
be
need
like-
coal, no way.
He's like, take your ass home.
You know what I mean?
I don't think Chat GPT would ever be able to because I mean, yes, it can write a script, but the human emotion, human thought, I don't think AI would ever be able to do that. There's certain parts of it that's just
Nah,
like
man,
You can't
know what
AI
it is?
simulate the punchlines in
Yeah,
sitcoms.
exactly.
Like, you know.
I think it can help write stuff. I'm gonna try to
Yeah.
use it myself, but yeah.
If well, have y'all been hearing the Drake songs going around? That's not really Drake songs.
Everyone using Drake voice and Kendrick's voice. Yeah, I've seen it.
So I have a theory about that because I don't think that the AI is necessarily creating everything about it, but they've shown that a lot of like how they can take like Biggie's voice and then redo like a Nas song, like they redid New York State of Mind with Biggie on it or whatever. So I think what you can do is if you get enough data about somebody's voice, you can essentially put that on any song. So somebody probably created these songs like themselves, and then they just took Drake's voice and replaced their voice with that data.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So
There's a song like there's a song with it's supposed to be like by Eminem that's like that too, where it created his just from him saying different words, it put them together in a different order and made a song out about it. So
you know what I want? What this should be used for? Like, where all the fucking new Tupac music? Like, there should be new Tupac shit
no
right
one's
now.
Done it yet. You're
New
right.
shit.
Yeah.
But you know
like,
what?
Never heard before. Tupac.
Man,
who
you don't
will
need
be-
no you don't need
Who
no
will be the hip hop artist that is smart enough to say, yeah, I'm okay with y'all using my voice, but I'm gonna get rights and
Royalties
royalties.
on it.
I
off
hope
it.
it's Drake
Yeah.
because he's the one that's mainly being copied right now. This nigga needs to say, okay, let it stream as long as it goes into my account. You know what I mean? That's the only way to do it because it's not gonna stop.
or it needs to be like a split of some sort.
No,
No,
I wouldn't split shit.
the person who
Mm-mm.
wrote the lyrics
Mm-mm.
and writing it
I would.
and created the beat, absolutely.
I would
they
only
need to get paid.
Yeah. They should get paid if I work with them and we make an agreement.
Yeah.
If it just shows up on the streaming platform,
Oh, I agree.
you ain't getting shit.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
with
It's
that.
going
Yeah,
directly into my
Yeah.
pocket.
Yeah, I agree
Leave
with
it
that.
up. Leave it up, and I'll get paid off
Yeah.
what you created.
It's
So.
a crazy world we live in, man. So,
Yeah. So, but but one thing about the strike, like I don't see it coming to an end anytime soon.
Yeah,
it looks like from what they're saying, they propose from the proposal that they got from the writers.
yeah.
They want to be compensated about 429 million a year.
Like
And-
average salary or
To be split amongst
bottom
the
salary?
What's that?
For everybody?
That's how much it would
That's what the
yield.
pool should be.
Yeah. That would be like the residual income that they get, right?
I mean, in negotiating, you always got to start high, right? So
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
I think
Talk me down.
I think I read somewhere that the last strike, which was 15 years ago, like you mentioned, lasted 100 days.
Mhm.
So if it just started, I mean, we got at least 99 more days unless something magically changes. So.
Yeah.
That's right. Fucked up some good.
Currently,
shows,
right
man.
now, they're only getting offered about 86.
Well, the late night shows have already shut down.
Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel's shut
Yeah,
down.
they-
Saturday Night
So they're
Live.
doing reruns right now.
Yeah.
So we about to run out of shit to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'll
One
be
bright
next
spot.
year.
One bright spot that I had to check out. It's not going to delay House of the Dragon season 2.
oh, nice. Nice. We don't
That's
want
the
to
one
delay
thing.
that.
Once I
funny.
heard about it, I was like, I got to check this
yeah, we
out.
don't
Let me
It's
make
not
sure.
gonna-
Let me make sure my
Yeah,
show is
yeah.
coming though.
That is still
I'm with
filming
it.
if you're watching that. Don't worry.
I'm with it, man. Well, that's some good shit for Method Weekly, man. We want to know your thoughts on that. And remember, right now, you hear my voice, you hear our voice, hit that subscribe button and notification button. Let's get into what these people came to talk about. Let's get into the method. What? Message. We are talking about too close to home sexual encounters of the third kind. No, I'm joking. The sexual encounters in general. I think
Talking
there's-
about sex with aliens?
Oh,
We're
I
talking about-
I might do it.
That's
I would
always
probably
too close
do
to
it.
home.
If it came down to me surviving and dying with I'm gonna have sex with an alien. But I think this conversation came up because Remy, you know, when we were pre-planning everything, going over our topics.
I said y'all ever fuck somebody at work.
Exactly. And that's what we say, you know what? Let's just do
Yeah.
some different
Yeah.
questions about that. Because my answer to that was pretty much no. But since that was a question that started the brainstorming for this topic, let's just start off with that question. Have you ever fucked someone at work? And if you're uncomfortable talking about it, that's fine too. But we are
And-
open and honest podcast. So
And as far as the question goes, go as far back as you need to, because
Yeah,
I know
so-
I definitely was fucking around back in the day. Like
Yeah.
I don't really fuck with nobody close. Or I mean, I'm in a relationship now, but if I wasn't in a relationship, I wouldn't fuck around with somebody at work now. But back in the day, boy,
back in the day,
Yeah.
both of y'all
So I'll
have.
preface this by saying that every answer that I'm going to give tonight was back at a time where I was
Absolutely.
much more
Hey.
single.
Absolutely.
Justin is like, hey, I
Absolutely.
was a different man at the
Yeah.
time. Just so you
I
know,
was
this
a totally
is not
different person back
This is
then,
not 2023 Justin talking.
But yeah. So
This is not prime.
I'll just say that I've worked at a lot of call centers, and stuff just goes down there, man.
I don't
Like,
understand. But see,
doesn't-
I don't even understand.
heard.
Like, I personally, and y'all know I'm not innocent by no means, but I have never fucked anyone at work.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, and I used to be a personal trainer. Trust me, there was ass everywhere, and there was opportunity was there. I used to teach Group X, and there plenty of women in my class.
If you're
But
a
I just
personal
never done-
trainer, that's almost like a talent to not do that at work.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, for sure. And
Like that comes with. You're supposed to do that.
but when I say like a personal trainer, obviously wherever you train, you can train in someone's house. Technically, you're at work, right?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
But for me, I mean, like I used to work in a big box gym. I was a manager, personal training manager.
Mm.
So I never fucked anyone at the gym.
You mean at the gym,
At the gym,
but you fucked people in those
For
from
sure.
those scenarios.
Yeah.
for sure.
That's part of it.
No,
That's
it's
part
not.
of the question.
No,
that's
is
part
it?
of the question.
Is it though?
Yeah.
I don't think it is. I think
Yeah,
it's different
you don't have to fuck
because-
at
because
work.
if she
Have
comes
you
over to
fucked a
That's what I'm
coworker?
saying.
if she
Yeah,
comes over to
yeah.
my
It's like-
house or whatnot, she's a client.
For sure.
She's not a coworker. She's a client.
hmm
So I think it's different than fucking a coworker.
A client. Well, it's just fucking at work.
What y'all think?
We can differentiate. Have you ever fucked? If you fucked a customer, that's crazy. But if you fucking your coworker, that's different.
Sure.
Or even better, have you ever fucked your boss?
no,
Like that one is interesting.
that's wild.
That one is interesting.
Nah, I haven't done
That's
that.
that's
I
on the
haven't
bucket
done
list
that.
right there.
So like at the call center, like how do you? Where is there even a space and time to do that?
Well, that's the thing. It's not like
Fuck
I'm.
your boss.
It's not like
no,
I'm
no,
putting,
like just like fucking anybody at work. That's what I'm saying.
There's no room.
yeah.
there's
Well,
no
I mean,
room.
but this is
like
the
where do
thing.
you do it?
Like
Though?
at
Like
a-
where?
I don't know.
So when you did, you said you did it in the past.
No,
What did you do?
No, I've never fucked at work.
Oh, okay. All right.
I fucked with people at work. That's what I meant. That's why
Oh,
I'm saying
gotcha,
the question
gotcha.
is broader than
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
it all started when I worked at Burger King. When I was 17.
Have it your way. Have it your way.
Yeah. So yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's not like you're doing it right on the. It's not like you putting them on the top of the computer
Right.
in the call center. It's like you mess with them. You're flirting back and forth
Yeah.
with them at work and stuff, and then afterwards you're like, hey, would you come through? Okay.
Yeah.
And that's how
Bruh.
it happens.
Man, he got semen on my Whopper, bro. Semen on my. Is this mayonnaise or is this Justin Ebanks?
Hey, I can't call it. I can't call it.
No, for me though, personally, like my fear with working, I feel like working or fucking at the workplace is something that you do. What you looking at over here? This time is not right, by the way. I started this like 20 minutes early.
Mhm.
I feel like fucking at the workplace is something you do in your 20s when you don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like you can start your job, you can start a new career, a new job. Like
Yeah.
who cares? But when you're in your like after 35, you got different responsibilities.
Once you got a career,
Yeah,
you don't do that no more. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because it's gonna take you like you don't just move willy nilly in your career.
Yeah,
Like job, fuck that job. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I quit today, I'm gonna be working somewhere else next week. You know?
yeah. I was always worried about like messing up my money because the struggle was already there to begin with, right? So now I'm gonna lose my job. I mean, I've been out on my own since 20, right? So not working has never been an option.
Yeah.
And workers' comp ain't never been something you can rely on. So I've just never fucked anybody at the workplace. Doesn't mean I haven't thought about it, but I've never done it. I've never been approached by a manager to do it, you know. And I don't think I
Don't nobody want to get fired.
It'd be a great turn
Yeah,
on though.
exactly.
It'd be a good.
Exactly.
Everybody like, I need this job. They got
I mean, there
cameras
has
everywhere too.
There has been times where I've had the opportunity and I didn't because I was like, yeah, you can't keep your mouth shut.
Right,
Yeah.
You gonna make this work situation uncomfortable.
Right.
You know,
But
because I saw how you did when you messed with that one over there. You know.
but
So everybody watching, everyone knows you
Yeah,
fucking with
right.
who.
Yeah, exactly.
But to the point that I think you're gonna make in a little while, if you was on your way out,
If
like
you
if it was
yeah.
your last week,
Yeah, you already put in your 2
Things
weeks.
will be different.
All bets are off.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's
I'm outta
true,
here
though.
anyway. I ain't never gonna
That's
see y'all
true.
again.
Especially after you put your 2 weeks in and you know you already got something lined up. It's like, fuck
For
this
real.
shit. You might not even show up
What
to
you gonna
work.
do? Fire me?
That's
Yeah. I just
Then I might put them on top of the computer.
on the printer, on the copier.
Yeah.
Y'all remember back in the day when
Oh,
getting
no.
getting your ass copy, not your ass, but her ass copy was always like the thing that showed up in movies.
Yeah.
But what's the thrill? What's the thrill of having sex at the workplace? Like, is it
I
the
don't-
thrill of getting caught? 'Cause it has to be thrill involved into it.
I don't think
For you to
I
mess
don't
up your
think-
money.
I mean, for like back in my younger reckless days, it wasn't really the thrill of messing with somebody at work. It was just that's who I was around the most.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's who was
Right.
available. You
Right.
know,
I think the most I would do is get head at work. But I would do it like in the parking lot, right? That's like my safe spot.
Yeah,
that's the safe space. Like I'm on the parking lot,
Right.
she in the car, I'm in her car, and she giving me head. Like that's about as far as I could do it.
Yeah.
You know, like I just don't see any other way. I'm not messing my money up.
yeah.
So yeah.
I could see having done something like that if I was like a teenager. Like if I started fucking at like 14 or something like that, and then I got like a little girl I like at work, like at Pizza Hut or some shit. I can't fuck at the crib necessarily. Can't
Yeah.
necessarily fuck at her house.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go to the bathroom, girl. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like so I watch these porn videos, right? Where
No, really?
I watch these porn videos.
Wow.
But
Where you watch that
like
at?
these people
In the
all over
bathroom.
on Al Gore's internet.
Yeah.
But the people are like masturbating in the car, right?
Yeah.
In this secluded space.
Mhm.
Right.
And so it's like, and then all of a sudden when someone walks by or they get
Oh,
caught,
yeah.
they're all shocked.
And they're like, oh my
Oh,
god.
Like, why are you covering up? Wasn't that the point? Wasn't
Yeah.
that the point of I'm gonna do this in the space that I'm not supposed to be doing it? At that point, you might as well just keep on masturbating. Why are you stopping?
So you
So
gonna cover
at-
up
so at
from the
work-
one guy walking by when you broadcasting to millions of people. on the
Broadcasting to
internet.
millions of people. So like I feel like with work it's the same thing. Like if you are having sex at work, it has to be like a part of a thrill.
Mhm.
And you just in case I get caught, I might get caught. But if you get caught at work, you gonna stop? Or you just
I
gonna
think
keep
most
doing it?
people will stop. I think 99% of the world will stop. I think if you don't stop, you a motherfucking savage. 'Cause you're like, you know what? I worked hard for this nut. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get the whole nut.
Ass out and everything.
I'm here for the nut. God damn it.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
crazy.
man. That reminds me of that one line Tupac says, Mama told me never stop. until I
Never
bust
stop until I bust a nut. Yeah.
Till I bust a nut. Damn, Mama Shakur was a menace out there, boy.
That's
Savage.
so funny.
So we're saying no to sex at the workplace after a certain age, unless you have certain conditions. Unless you like about to get a new job, you got something
Yeah.
else lined up.
I mean,
Yeah,
unless
why
unless you older and still working in the call center, like maybe.
What's up, listeners? Have y'all ever fucked at work? Because that's
Mm.
interesting.
I couldn't do it. So one of the other things I have on here, being too close to home, I want to ask y'all, like, what are your rules on having sex with someone that lives in the same apartment complex? Because to me, I feel like that's too close to home, right? Because while it's intriguing,
Literally,
yes,
that's too close. To
yeah, while it's intriguing, if it doesn't work out or that person has an issue or there's drama, they know where you live.
They can show up at
Yeah.
your
They can
house.
just show up at your
I can't
house.
escape you at all.
Yeah. So what are y'all rules and boundaries on that? Like I'm not talking about like a subdivision. I'm talking about like apartment complex.
I mean, in an apartment complex, like if it's an apartment, like I don't really think I'm gonna put too much limitations on that. Just because,
Yeah,
like,
the lease
I
gonna be
don't
up
own-
eventually.
I mean, I don't
Why?
own. I
Why
don't.
The lease gonna be up
though?
eventually.
I don't own it. Like
Right.
most, how long I'm gonna stay there just depends on how
That-
long that they don't give me a big increase on the rent. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Or
Like,
if you fuck somebody and they become a problem, then it's like, all right, it's time to cut the lease.
yeah. Or you just go to the office and be like, yo, they tripping. You got to
Yeah.
do something.
Right,
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
Man.
Like,
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. And it's almost like, so fucking somebody in your apartment complex is like almost having in-house pussy. Or in
Almost,
ladies' case, in-house dick,
It's
right?
definitely easier.
So it's like
access.
it's like it's in-house adjacent,
yeah.
right?
You don't even got to get fully dressed.
You just hey,
Get pajama bottoms.
you
and
just
walk over there.
you just send a text like I'm about to come over there.
Yeah.
And if she
Yeah.
say okay, then you,
Yeah.
you got pussy in 5 minutes.
Yeah, like I definitely I am intrigued with it, and I've definitely done it in the past in my younger days. And I was at the pool in my apartment complex pool a couple weeks ago, and there was some baddies out there.
Mm.
And I'm talking to them and laughing, and I'm just and I'm like, damn, I should really get her number, but I'm like, also, I don't really want to know. I don't want to mess up where I'm at.
Yeah.
I'm home.
Yeah,
This is my
right.
house. This is my area where I live.
This is my
But
comfort
see,
zone.
that's the thing. Like, it brings on certain conditions. It's like, do I like living here? You know what I mean? That might make you reconsider
True.
as far as
True.
whether you're gonna do something like that. So it's always gonna be a condition on it.
So one of my conditions would be like I would never fuck with somebody who lives above me. Like if I'm on the first floor and they're above me, that's way too close. Like they would have to be like on the other side of the apartment complex, almost like at work. Like I wouldn't mess with somebody in the same division as me, but maybe she works in a different department,
Mhm.
right? Who I never see.
Okay.
Right.
I never
That's
see her.
understandable.
Yeah,
I
that's
never talk to
understandable.
her. So it's sort of simple like
You have there's a big enough distance between you and that person that you know you can escape if you need to. Like you can go somewhere and she ain't gotta find you.
yeah.
And then also, like you saying, in a different division, like what's the chances you're gonna see them if you don't want to?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Exactly.
That's kind of wild.
What's that?
I feel like dudes, like there's security in the idea that I can get away. Like women
how fast can I
yeah,
get
like
away?
How
women
fast can I get away in case some shit blow up?
right. Women look at security, I think, on the other end, like, do I feel like a part of this person's life or whatever?
Yeah.
And then I think it's very easy for men to be like, can I get away? That's our security.
Yeah, I'd say there's definitely difference in the mental conditions.
So you're just not gonna break, huh? You're just not gonna break. All right, that's what we're gonna do.
Jay over here having ice problems.
Yeah.
Listen, man, it is what it is. So yeah. What else we got on here? So I had sex in the apartment complex though. So y'all have done that shit.
Yes.
I have not. I've never fucked a neighbor.
Damn, y'all making me feel like
No, I
I'm
have.
the only one
No,
out
I
here.
have. I have.
Okay.
I
I'm
have.
about to say. I'm about to say.
Remy over here being, I forgot he's always relationship oriented.
Yeah.
I'm always in
Yeah.
He
relationship.
don't like casual sex.
I mean, I've made some bad decisions. We just ain't got to them yet. We'll talk about them another
Okay.
day.
I like casual sex, man. Okay, so what about is there a difference? And Method Head, you can answer the question too. What did Joy say?
Oh,
Joy
yeah.
said, I had no issue on the apartment complex hookups. Fun while it lasted, no drama when it ended. I feel like if you're on the same page, right? If you have an understanding, then it shouldn't never be an issue. But sometimes you're not on the same page. Workplace,
Shall be quiet. You about to incriminate both of us.
workplace, and same apartment, first floor below me. Ooh, below you?
That's
Ain't no way.
That's wild, my boy.
That's too close.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
Because then if you want to, imagine you fucking somebody else. You know the apartment wall's already thin as shit
Yeah.
anyway.
That's true.
Now
You
they
can't
hear you
even-
fucking.
That's
You
true.
like,
They got the same layout you got, so you in the
You ain't
bedroom.
even, they know about it before
Oh,
you even
man,
get to
that's
your apartment. They hear you going up the
You
steps.
imagine you just
some of them
fucking somebody, and then you just hear a knock on the door.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
like, oh no, I hope that's not her.
Mm.
Hey, and then she give you the. That's what we doing.
Yeah.
That's what we doing, huh? That's what we
Oh,
doing.
my
Like,
God.
girl, stop tripping. I'm just watching porn up here.
Yeah.
I'm just watching some really
Girl,
loud
that's
porn.
the
I got-
Xbox.
I
What
got
you
good-
talking about?
I got good speakers.
Mm-mm. I I'm in an apartment right now. But
Imagine watching porno surround sound.
Bruh.
In your room watching porno surround sound.
You know you can cast your porn from your phone to
That's
your
true.
shit, so
That's true.
I gotta turn that shit down all the time.
Even if I'm by myself though, I can't just have it full blast.
Nah,
That's too
I
much.
feel some kind of way.
I put
too
my
much.
headphones in,
Like-
I hide the phone just in case anybody looking. Can't see me watching this.
You know what I
So-
mean? I could be by
Oh,
myself
shit.
in a mansion, 12 houses
Turn that
away,
shit down.
12
Right.
acres away from
Right.
somebody else. I'm still not gonna have it
Because
full
really,
blast.
because here's the thing,
Surround
really,
sound.
Shit, you got to
because
imagine
really,
like
it's
that.
not about
You got a
it's not
porn
about the
room.
audio anyway. At
Yeah.
that point, we don't watch porn for the audio for the most part. It's about the visual.
It's the visual.
If
Yeah.
you in those circumstances, you probably got a room that's specifically for that, and it's got a lock.
you got
Yeah.
This is
You
what I
got
go
the-
in here for.
the you got the
Yeah.
fetish room.
Yeah.
Okay, so apartment complex. We talk about that. It
All right,
it
how the hell
depends.
we get here? I don't know.
Oh man.
What
Welcome
about
to a Method Podcast.
what about like living your like in your subdivision, your housing community or your housing neighborhood? Is that too close to home? Like, would you do that? Have you done it? And is that too close to home? 'Cause I do feel like the housing complex or housing subdivision or whatever you want to call it is way different than being in an apartment complex, because especially if you're doing it consistently, right? Because all your everyone got nosy neighbors. The apartments, everyone can't. People don't know where you're going 9 times out of 10, but people watching you go to someone's house
Yeah.
consistently,
Right.
right? And so I don't think I would want to do it. I think it's a different level.
Fuck somebody that
Yeah.
lives in your community.
This is the thing. I would consider, like, am I renting this place? Do I like
Right.
this place?
That's the big thing for Justin. He's
Like,
like, yo, do I own
Can I,
this?
can I leave
Or
if
can
it gets
I just-
crazy? You know what I mean? Or is it gonna take
Yo.
take me getting a new mortgage
Yeah,
or a
could-
new,
How
Could you
bad is it
imagine?
gonna fuck my shit up?
Could you imagine
like,
being in a
that's-
situation and you're like, damn, now I gotta sell my house.
that's for
I
real.
gotta sell my house to get
I
out
gotta
of
go
here.
get a damn realtor right now because I made a bad sexual decision.
I gotta start looking at
also,
new
I guess it
property.
depends on if the person you fucking is renting or owning.
For sure.
Exactly.
Because if you are owner and they a renter, they don't give a damn
Right.
about what happens.
Yeah,
That's true.
exactly.
They ain't got no skin in the game per se.
That's true. But
For
if
real.
you a owner and they a owner, y'all both just gonna be living there forever. And they just, you know what I mean?
I mean, you
know
could
where you at.
you like I say, you could always sell your house and all that, but it's a lot more steps. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like it's not
It's
as
way more
to me.
effort.
It's not as easy.
A lot more walls, a lot more boundaries.
Yeah,
I feel like it's you say it's not as easy to do.
it's not
as
gonna
the
be as
apartment
easy.
complex.
No, yeah. Apartment
Mm.
complex, like you just wait till the end of the lease is
Yeah,
up, and
right.
then you just find another apartment.
Just
You know what I mean? Or you can go to the same apartment complex and be like, "Yo, put me on the other
get a
side.
different.
Put me
get a
on the other
different-
side of the building."
That sounds like some shit,
Yeah.
some shit Justin would do back in the day. Like, all right, look,
Mm.
I've compromised this location. I need to be on the other side of the
I need to
complex.
move to
Y'all,
the
y'all
side.
got one on the third floor on the other side?
Yeah, for
With a
real.
lake view? With a lake view. Don't forget the
You
lake
know,
view.
back with the ducks. You know what they had.
Because
Put me back
then,
there.
like, people just do people crazy, and people do drive-bys, and people stalk you all the time. So, like in a house division or community, people can just ride by, see your car there, see some other car that they don't know. Oh, he in there fucking, or she in there fucking somebody,
Mm.
which ain't really none of nobody's business, but those people in general. But yeah, I don't.
Yeah, it's harder to deny a car in your driveway than it is in the parking lot of an apartment complex.
And it's there all night.
Yeah,
Like and then it's all night. 'Cause I think we all, even guys, would be like, especially if she don't pick up the phone, like you want to see her, but she ain't picking up the phone. I'm just gonna ride by.
Let me just see.
I'm gonna go take a walk
Let
around
me
the
just
table.
look. Let me just see what. It's true.
I don't even
We've all-
open myself up to that. I just be like,
It is what it is. It is what it
Not
is.
even.
if you ain't talking, then that's whatever.
Yeah, that's too close to home for me. I think.
Yeah, because you can't ghost somebody in that situation. That's for damn sure. It's impossible.
Yeah,
Like, and sometimes you need to ghost a motherfucker.
sometimes you
Like,
need to
you
go
need to ghost
somebody
motherfuckers.
100%.
It sucks. Ghosting people, it sucks and it's really bad, but it's necessary.
And sometimes you just don't want to.
It's so
You just don't want to
necessary.
talk. You don't want to see someone. You don't
Yeah.
want to see anyone, right?
Yeah.
And the thing about like an apartment complex and a housing complex or housing division is they know where you live.
Mhm.
They can in the house unless all your lights are turned off. They know somebody fucking home,
Right.
especially if
They
you're
have
a couple.
way too much information.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess what you're saying is shouldn't do the apartment complex
But-
because there's a lot of, you know what I mean? Like if somebody know all that stuff about you, they know
Right.
where you live.
And we
they
got
know what your
Ring
car
cameras
looks
these days.
all that, you gotta get a new car, you gotta move apartments. Like, just don't do it.
Yeah.
I remember when I used to have personalized tags on my car.
Mhm.
Worst idea
Yeah.
ever.
Can't ever deny it.
You can't
get
you
away.
can't hide from nobody because they know it's your. I think that was IBG.
Yeah.
Literally, it was IBGQ on my very first car. IBGQ.
Like, that's you.
That's you. I saw your Mazda 626, and I know it was you because it said IBGQ or whatnot. And so it's like, so I remember like just riding around doing my single shit, and people seeing my car at some place. You can't deny it now.
Oh, that was Jay Nowinnick over there at
Yeah.
the, at the
so-
Eyes Wide Shut.
So it's So it's the same thing like with apartment complexes. Someone knows your car and they know your license plate. Like you can't deny shit.
Yeah.
And then if you hit one neighbor, you can't hit another neighbor.
Right. That's
Who
true.
says-
You exhaust
Who
your
says
options.
you can't?
This guy. Just as long as they don't know each other, right?
Which is a good segue to the next question. What is it too close to home when it comes to friends? Like, what about friends of friends? Like, would you or have you had sex with a friend of your friend? Is that too close to your network, to your safe space, to the space that you feel like this is what I feel good about?
I think again, there's conditions to it. Like I don't think it's too close if you got good intentions with it.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like if it's a friend of my friend, of like, like if we're good friends
Yeah.
and they got another friend, and I'm like, okay, yeah, let's talk to, you know what I mean? Like I'm not going to approach that person
Mm,
like try to dog them out. Like,
mm.
you know what I mean? Like if
right.
I'm really trying to talk to that person, yes.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not too close because
I see what you're
Then-
saying. It's just close enough.
it's just close enough
just close enough.
because you know what I mean? Like, and then, you already friends with my friends. So we,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
we already
it's
kinda
it's
got
a good
something in common.
Yeah, it's a good situation. But you know what I mean? If
Yeah.
you going into it like, oh yeah, I'm just trying to get that and bounce. Like I'm not gonna do that.
But that's what we're talking about though. We're talking about just fucking.
Yeah.
I think relationship and just fucking is two different things.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I think you take two different approaches. Technically, I guess you take two different approaches. But if you just trying to fuck the friend and she trying to fuck you, or for the ladies, if he trying to fuck you, then is that too close? Because I feel like,
I don't think it's too close if that's the intention that they have also.
yeah.
If they
So-
don't have the same, if they looking for a relationship and you just trying to fuck, like that ain't gonna, that ain't gonna turn out right. That ain't gonna turn out good.
I think what about your friendly relationship with your particular friend? Like, is it purely platonic, or has there anything ever lingered there? Then is like
Yeah.
that a boundary?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I personally have definitely fucked some friends of friends, and it has never blown back on me because I've always gone in with the intention of being on the same page about it, right?
Right.
And so I personally have never had any issues with it. I've even had some adult relations with friends. It has never been an issue. But I don't think that's for everyone. And I think you have to choose very wisely who you are
Right.
Yeah.
doing that
There needs
with.
to be a solid understanding.
Yeah.
Like we can't be confused.
The issue that most people would have, even if you're just fucking or if you're trying to talk to one another, is okay, what if it doesn't work out?
Mhm.
What if there's an issue? What if there's drama? Now, the person that is my friend is uncomfortable coming around because you're my friend and y'all done fuck and y'all done had a relationship, and it creates an awkward situation, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's the issue I think most people would have. Like, I don't want to ever be in that position where if it doesn't work out, now my friends,
Then
it's
you
just
gotta-
awkward.
Yeah.
Then you got to switch up your circle. Yeah. under
But
those
I mean
circumstances.
that's kind of the situation in all these scenarios that we talk about. Like if you messing with somebody at work and it works out, but that's
That's true.
that's all good.
That's true. That's
If
true.
you messing with somebody you're complex and it works out, it's all good. But it's always the what if
the
it doesn't?
what if,
What if
yeah.
it doesn't? That's the problem, you know. And some are worse than others. So
For sure. I just, yeah.
So I mean, with that, just know your intentions. Know your intentions and,
Yeah.
and make sure you know their intentions.
and make sure, yeah, exactly. Make sure they're on the same
Like,
page.
have them sign a contract, NDA. All right. So this
Yeah.
is what we're doing. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Is it when you have a close network, and let's say you're dating someone in the network, we all just fucking, maybe you're not even dating, you're just fucking, it's friends of friends. Is it anyone else's business to know that y'all are fucking? And other friends.
In like a friend.
If it's
Not
8,
necessarily,
if it's
no.
10 of y'all who in your friendship, y'all in your network, it's your people, and you have chosen to engage with one person in that circle, in that network, should other people know that this is happening, or should it be kept on the sneak tip or the lowdown? If it's just fucking.
I think it's a matter of, like, within that friend circle, you know who's feeling who and who likes who, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like if we have the same friend circle, you know what I mean? And I know you like girl A, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
She's trying to get with me though. I'm gonna be like, yo, she, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna pull you aside and be like, yo,
I got
You
you.
know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
I'm
I
not
get that.
gonna-
I get that.
That's
yeah.
guy code.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I've done that in general.
I'm not just gonna do it and be like, oh, sucks for you. Like,
Yeah.
you
Like,
what
I
I'm
know you
saying?
was trying to get that, but I got that.
Yeah. Let me tell you how
Yeah.
good it was. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Just show him, just start showing
You
pictures
should-
like,
yeah.
like
Yo, you
disrespectful motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like you might not.
Savage ass.
Yeah.
You might not want to be part of that.
Whoa.
Like, man, you should keep trying. It was good.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm rooting for you now. I'm rooting for you
Yeah.
now.
Like, that's not good, you know. That's not a good situation.
But I've definitely talked to my homeboys about certain women that I know that he likes or she like
Yeah.
that we're together, just to make sure, hey, we good? Is there any kind of issue there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what about exes though? Is that too close to home when it comes to exes? Like, let's say, you know,
That shit is radioactive. When it comes to your exes, you got to stay away from all that shit to me.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I would agree with that. Especially if it's, well, I mean, the only way that I see someone as radioactive is like they had a full blown serious relationship.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not talking about you went out with them once,
Right.
twice,
yeah.
like stuff like that. I'm talking about like, yeah, y'all were together for like 2 years, 3 years. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Y'all
Mhm.
lived together for, you know what I'm saying, so long. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna mess with that person.
Would y'all be upset that your homeboy fucked an ex from 3 years ago? If they just fucking, what's the issue? And you're gonna move the fuck on. What's the issue?
It depends.
I think it really depends
Yeah.
on how I feel about that person. For me,
Yeah.
I probably would be okay with it if like I knew it was happening. It wasn't just a surprise, but if I just find out like what the fuck is going on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. If it was a situation where,
I would just want a heads up.
yeah,
Like, I don't care if they're an ex for a reason.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
no longer in love with that person. And I'm not trying to block their blessing. Like, I don't care.
mhm.
I just don't want to not know. And I will hope that my homeboy will be like, yo, just give you a heads up. I've been
yeah,
hanging with so-and-so, and I think this is about to go down. I just want to let you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what I mean?
I mean, that's what
At
you should do.
the end of the day, your homeboy should be like, nah, fuck this shit. You ain't fucking her. You got a whole ass, or she got a whole ass dude. Like, why are you worried about what they doing?
Yeah, but
You know?
I mean, a lot of people will still be like,
100% they would.
You know what I'm
100%.
saying? And that's a lot of
100%.
reason. That's a lot of the reason why people don't do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But yeah, I would agree. That's what you should do.
Yeah,
You know, you shouldn't
Love
just
it.
you shouldn't just pop it up.
I'm with it.
Yeah, so I've never knowingly fucked anyone's ex that I know, for like friends. I just doesn't mean I haven't been intrigued, but And doesn't mean that situation will ever come up. But currently, I've never done it.
Yeah.
I think it's a little too close to my call home, like my people and
Yeah.
tricky
Yeah. I don't
place to
think
be
I
in.
don't think I've ever done that either.
yeah. What about being the side piece to a woman whose man or woman you are social? We just talked about that.
What about siblings or family members?
Yeah.
Or friends?
Whew, that's very interesting because I've definitely been attracted to some of my sister's friends.
Yeah.
And have definitely I tried dating only one, and we actually would have she liked me back, but she ended up moving, so I would have done it. And my younger sister actually was like all for it, like she didn't have an issue with it.
Yeah.
But I do think that can become messy as well,
For sure.
because you don't want your family, your brother, your sister,
Yeah.
like mad
In the
at
middle.
you in the
Yeah.
middle,
Yeah. Yeah.
and like they don't want to hear about your shit.
Yeah.
You
Me
know?
personally, I've never actually been in that situation because my brother and sister are older than me. So, you know, their friends.
You ain't fuck no old
Yeah,
women.
when I was I'm just saying when I was.
What about what about under the circumstances of like a friend that you have and you want to fuck with like one of their siblings or somebody like a close friend you have? Yeah,
I've done that. I've done that.
Yeah,
I've done that.
I have done that too.
Yeah,
But
And that's fine.
again, I talked. You know, what I'm saying the friend knew what was going down.
Yeah,
you
the
know?
friend-
It wasn't a
It wasn't like
sneak,
a,
like a
guess
sneak
what
thing.
happened?
Be like,
yeah.
be like,
Yeah.
yo, you
Nah, the
you
friend-
cool with me hollering at your sister, like,
right.
you know.
Because really, honestly, at the end of the day, or even at the beginning of the day, I hate that saying, is that we're all adults,
Yeah.
right? And adults are going to do what adults do, regardless if someone knows or approve of it or not. And as long as the two people involved have an understanding of what it is, then it's okay. Because in my situation, all my friends said, "Look, I love Jay, and I love you as my sister, and I don't want nothing coming in between that." Right, that friendship, when we hang out, we spend time together.
Yeah.
As long as y'all good with that, I ain't got no issue with it,
Yeah.
and it ain't never been no issue. You
Like,
know,
look, if y'all break up, you just gonna have to suck it up.
yeah, for sure,
Because-
for sure.
You know. Yeah.
So have you ever messed with a friend sibling?
I don't think so.
I mean, a sibling.
I don't think
friend?
I have. Mm-mm. Well, no.
Never ever.
Yeah, wanted to.
Back in the day, not a friend sibling. Back in the day, I remember when I was in my relationship, I kind of developed like a crush on her sister during the relationship.
That's weird. Were you
So-
fantasizing about her?
I
Is that too
not
close to
really.
home? Is that too-
Yes, that's too close. I'm in the relationship. Yes, nigga. Yes.
Oh, so this
I didn't do
was
nothing
the
about it.
sibling of the girl you were in a relationship.
Yeah, we were together, and like I felt so strange about that. I told her about it. Like I told her, I was like,
you told her you had a
I
crush?
did. I
Oh,
sure
nah, you
did. I
tripping.
sure did.
Nah, you
I sure
tripping.
did. Yo, nah,
Randall,
You
I know that.
tripping.
I
You
said
tripping.
listen, I was a different man.
You wanted to get broken
You
up
are-
with. That's what that was.
That is the definition of honesty to a fault.
Hell
right there.
fucking nah.
You know what it is.
Wait
I tell you what it is. In my mind, I was asking permission. You know what I mean? Like in my mind, I was like, if I put it out there and then something happens, it's not my fault.
Yeah, nah, I'm never gonna.
I would never admit to that.
Not never.
And no, sir. No,
Yeah, I got a wild
sir.
history.
Cause you got to think like, yeah, no, not at all. Cause like when I'm talking to my girl, like you the only one I see. Like,
I mean, that's
You
bullshit,
just-
though. I mean, we know.
yeah,
I mean, to be
We are
I'm not
human. We are going to see other people
Yeah,
that we are attracted
exactly,
to. But,
but-
to your point,
but-
I understand. Like,
you know what I'm
it's
saying?
all
Like,
about
you're not
you.
going. I'm not
you will
going.
never know.
I'm not going to divulge. Be like, yeah, your sister look good too.
Yeah,
like I'm not going.
exactly.
Like
Never,
you try to kill.
ever.
You trying to kill any kind of mood
That's
that
so
might
funny.
be.
You trying
possibly
to
happening
break up the
anytime
whole
in the future.
relationship.
Yeah, you definitely
Yeah.
starting some trouble.
Yeah, you starting some trouble. Like that's when you don't give a fuck.
I might have been a little toxic in my 20s. I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah. I mean, sex in general, man, can be very. I think it's a very complicated situation for some people. I think a lot. many people, especially women, but I think this is changing a lot, which I think is great. That sex is such a emotional tie to people, and once they start engaging in sex, it's like, well, this is my person. They can't be with nobody else, or it's just like that ain't how it has to be though. Like I have a pretty open mind about sexual interactions with people, but everyone's not like that, which is why when I do engage with whoever it is, I'm very clear with my intention. Like, okay, this is what's going down, this is what it is, right? So have I ever been a side piece and was okay with being a side piece? So they have a man, and you just like, oh, method head, they have a man or a woman, you're the side, I don't want to say side dude. Is that too close? Like, are you okay with that?
I wasn't.
You wasn't okay with it?
I wasn't okay with it.
I was. And to tie it in, this is part of my call center days, but like I knew what it was with them, and
that should be like a show.
I was very toxic back then.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I've heard stuff about that too. Like my girl used
call
to
centers are the worst, boy.
My girl used to work in the call center back in the day, and she told me some stories.
Yeah,
it can get wild in there.
I've never worked in a call center, but I have definitely been the side dude before, and I have actually been the side nigga of someone that I was associates with. Like, I wasn't friends with that person.
You knew,
right?
them,
but I knew them, and I was just like, oh, this is what you want to do. This is what you're doing.
Yeah.
So, but I was clear. I said, I need you to know,
right,
that I know your man.
Right.
Like, we're not best friends. I don't hang out with him,
but I know him.
But I know him.
Yeah.
Right. And they were like, yeah, okay. I only did it.
Yeah.
Right. But part of me also had like a conscience, like, it's a little too close.
My bad, Shal. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet, bro. You know what I mean?
What call center was it, Shal? Go ahead.
What call center? What year?
What street? It was Geico.
Oh, it's muffled now.
Geico in 2014. No. So yeah. So this is like, I don't know.
Just flip the whole table over.
So yeah. So y'all. So you wasn't cool with it. You were cool with it. Nah,
yeah.
I've been cool with it.
I couldn't do it. Well,
why couldn't you do it?
Okay, well, so I was messy back in the day. So I was in a relationship, and she was in a relationship, and when we kind of like met and like liked each other, that was the circumstance. So I didn't want to cheat on my girl, but I also didn't feel right about like, I don't know, somebody didn't feel right. Like I know all the rap songs tell you to do it. All the rap songs say, yeah, fuck that dude's girl. It's the shit. But something about it for me just didn't feel right. I was still holding on to a lot of my innocence at the time, I think.
Yeah.
And the girl that I was with, like, we had plans. Like, it was real. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna cheat. But then we broke up for a little while, and opportunities arose. And I mean, I couldn't stop myself. Like, stuff happened or whatever, but I just
fell in the pussy.
I didn't fall in the pussy.
Oh,
I didn't fuck.
You trip and fail.
I didn't fuck. I definitely did more. And I mean, I didn't really feel bad after.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But because I didn't know the dude. I didn't know. I knew nothing about the dude. All I knew was, whatever. Just that he was there. So, but I didn't really like it. I just something about that has always bothered me. I don't like. I can't do it.
I mean,
because I empathize with it. I don't want a dude fucking my girl. That's automatically where my head is. Like, I don't want somebody fucking my, and if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. There's really nothing you can do about it at the end of the day. All the rappers rap about it. Everybody doing that shit. Like, it's common. So yeah, that's just how I think about it though.
Yeah, I mean, in my situation, it wasn't like the only reason that I was cool with it is because I didn't want this girl. Like, I didn't, there wasn't any kind of, I didn't want to be with her at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Her dude was not good. Like, he was. I knew shit he was doing too. Like,
Right. So you're like, this. None of this is
Yeah,
good
it
anyway.
wasn't- this-
All of this is bad.
like, this-
I'm
I was like-
gonna give you a reason to break
I was
up
like,
with this
this-
dude.
I was like, you know what?
Let me
This
see
shit
if I
is-
can help.
Yeah.
Let me see if I
You
can
know what?
shut this
I was
shit
just
down.
like, you know what? This shit is destined to fail anyway.
That's funny. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But then you're a good Samaritan. Then. That's a customer service. A good Samaritan.
I typically try to avoid sleeping with someone who I know has a man, right? But sometimes you can't always be the bigger person. And if someone continues to come on to me, I'm gonna slip up sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like on the right night, and I've definitely done it. And then afterwards, the woman's like, "You were supposed to stop me." No,
Girl, we are grown.
no, I'm not.
We are
stopping
both
you.
adults.
You always do. That's what I always do, and you assume I'm gonna do it again. You didn't stop me this time. So yeah, it's just weird, man.
Yeah.
So last question or last segment, kind of go on to talking about cheating, right? I know everyone wants to be perfect in this monogamous society, right? But adults gonna do what adults do. I think we all know that a lot of adults cheat. So in that refrain, we all know that we are not cheaters, right? What is too close to home, hypothetically, when it comes to cheating? Like, is there got to be out of state? Does it got to be like what's too close?
I mean,
No, you know what? Never mind.
yeah, you ain't about to get me cased up.
No, we ain't gonna do
sir.
that. We ain't gonna do that.
I'll answer the question.
Answer the question.
I'll answer it. Whatever my girl is okay with. Like, if I can't tell her about it, I probably shouldn't do it. Like, if I
Is
can't
that
bring
really,
it up.
is that really cheating though? Then, if she's cool
It
with it,
Yeah, it's not cheating.
Here's
She's
the
cool
thing.
with
Here's
it.
the
Yeah.
thing. If my woman says she's okay watching me fuck somebody, I'm going to fuck that person. I'm going to do it.
Only if she's okay with
If
you
she's
watching,
okay with-
though.
if
That's
she's-
not cheating, though.
That's
If
not
she's
cheating.
okay
That's
with it,
not
whatever,
cheating.
whatever it is, though. If she's like, oh, let's say I go on vacation, she's like,
Mhm.
just don't bring no diseases back. All right, like it depends on what our agreement is. Now I don't
Yeah.
have that agreement. I'm in a fully committed relationship, so I don't cheat. But
I'm not taking the bait. I'm not taking the bait.
go on, son.
Oh,
Talk
man.
your talk.
I would just say that I think too close to home. Like I don't understand that. Like when people cheat, why are you bringing that person back to the other person's space? It's like if you live together,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if you live together,
Yeah, don't cheat at home.
why are you bringing that person
Why you bringing
back?
in the streets?
Yeah. Why
Like,
you
that's
bringing them to the
stupid.
house?
Like, that's
cheated
too-
Why you
streets.
having them in
That's
the
too
car?
close to
Yeah.
home.
Why?
The
Yeah.
streets is for cheating. Home is for love.
And it's,
Goddamn it.
I mean, cheating is disrespectful in general, but it's super disrespectful to bring someone to
Yeah.
that person's bed.
Yeah.
The bed you
Yo,
sleep
yeah,
in.
for real.
Them episodes of Cheaters, man, like where they would put cameras in their house and them niggas would just be at the crib just fucking somebody. I'm
Yeah,
like,
for real.
I'm like,
Yeah.
everybody getting murdered in this situation because that's terrible.
Mm.
So pretty much
Don't do that to
cheating-
people.
So pretty much cheating for the streets and home
Cheat-
is where the
cheats
heart is.
for the streets. There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also feel like if you're going to cheat, that you got to cheat like they used to do back in the day. Just go to a hotel, go somewhere it's not her house or your house.
Shit,
Yeah.
you think the hotel is safe from the cheaters wagon?
Nah,
From
not the cheaters van. Not the
Cheaters
cheaters
van. They'll catch
van.
you right in there.
How far away the hotel got to be?
I don't know.
Can it be
man.
in the
It
same
gotta be-
neighborhood?
I don't know.
It got to be
bruh.
across
They gotta
town
be in Montana.
in another state.
I saw a video the other day on TikTok, man, where this dude, this girl, I guess these guys do like they follow people because they think they're cheating. The woman's man, she called him on the phone,
Mhm.
was like, "Yo, where you been all day?" He was like, "Oh, I've been with my boys, blah 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 blah." But the whole time she is sitting outside the house where his car is, right? His car ain't left all day. And here's the kicker: he was at old girl's mom's house.
Mhm.
He was in there fucking her mom.
Wow.
So the woman,
Now that's some cheating,
so
right?
the woman,
That's
and
too
the,
close to home.
That's
too close to home.
On so many levels.
And the guys in the car who was part of the show, they was like, "Yo, I don't know if we should go in there right now." He was like, "Look, you want to call your mom first? Call your mom." She was like, "No, we're not calling her. Blah blah. We're gonna go in there because she had a key." And she go in there, and they sneak in all quiet, And sure enough, they go around the corner and they weren't fucking in that moment, but they were in the bed together.
Mm.
Of course, all hell gonna break out.
Yeah.
Like
right.
what? Come on, bro. Like why?
So
Why?
in that moment, did she fight her mother?
No, she went straight for him.
She went for him.
She went
Okay,
straight for him. She went,
That's interesting.
but your mama's trash.
Yeah.
Sorry, your mama's trash. But I remember being in a situation where I was not fucking on my
When you
mama.
cheat somebody
No.
mama?
I remember when I was fucking somebody, mama.
I'm about to say this
the other day.
podcast just
that
I
was
didn't fuck some moms.
Jay,
All
like
right?
that was some
Them
good
milfs.
ass mom pussy right there. That was good.
But no, listen, like, so going back to being too close to home, like sometimes I said go to a hotel somewhere. Cause I remember dating this girl, Monica, and I think it's Monica Ivy back in Richmond.
Oh,
And-
Whoa.
I don't care.
Names.
Monica ain't nowhere.
Shout out to
Monica
Monica
Ivy. She was a stripper,
It was
right?
Monica Clarice Ivy.
Yeah, she was a baddie. And but I went to her apartment, right? So we're in the apartment, we're laying in the bed. I don't know about nothing else. I just know about me and Monica. And we in her apartment. It's late at night. We in the bed, but as you know, getting ready to do the do. And next thing I know, all I hear outside is, I'm like, who was that?
Yeah.
And she's like, oh no, I think it might be my ex, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, okay, that's weird. But I'm like, well, he outside. So I'm not even gonna worry about it. He just banging, he banging. And next thing I know, she gets up and she goes down the stairs
They gonna let him in the house.
and she let him in the house.
They was gonna let him in the house. Why they let him in the house?
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Baby, you're not home. You're not home. We not home. Nobody's here. What are you doing?
Why? So,
You let this
so
man in
now
the
I'm
Now I got to fight.
now
Why you
I got to fight. Now I got to fight, bro. So here I am.
They up there like
Yeah.
shadow boxing and shit. Like, all right, I guess.
So
I'm about
here
to go
I
down.
am in my damn boxes, and I hear this
For real.
nigga.
You
Hear
gonna
this nigga
let
come
him in while I'm naked?
Why I'm naked, bro?
Why you gonna do that?
You gonna
Set
let
me
this
up.
nigga in the house while I'm naked? I
Bruh.
ain't ready for none of this.
Listen, man. So here I am in the bedroom, standing in my boxers. I hear this dude coming up the stairs. I don't know if he got a gun.
Right.
I don't know
You don't know what's
nothing.
coming in the door. You don't
So
know. What you know
so I
what he
just
look like.
stand
You
up.
don't know what he look like.
I don't know what
nothing.
it look like now. So here I am. Back in the day, I was still buff and whatnot. So I'm sitting here in my boxer stance, getting ready.
Like-
getting
Yeah.
ready.
Hey, here's a pro tip: stay naked.
Right.
No man wants to.
You're not gonna fight.
No
you
man wants to
Hey,
fight a naked
He
man.
will shoot you naked though. He will shoot you.
He will shoot you naked.
Yeah.
He will shoot
He's
you
like, I don't know
naked.
what the fuck he thought was about to happen.
Bruh. The dude, luckily he came around the corner and I was
Just said, stay naked.
I was bigger than that nigga, so
Okay.
thankfully it worked out. And he was
So
like,
he didn't.
he was like, I knew it. You went here fucking it. I was like, look, bro, I don't know nothing about you. So anyway, say all that to say,
So why you didn't go
stay
out the
away.
window?
On the second floor?
That's the move. Go out
I'm not doing that. So yeah, I just don't do that's too close to home. Don't go to no one's house.
I'm not finna break.
Don't
my
bring in the
championship
house.
out the
Nah,
window.
man.
the- When I retell that story, I'm gonna say you fought the nigga while you was naked. I'm gonna say you.
I did what?
I'm gonna say you fought the nigga just naked. Like,
Oh
Yeah.
I
man.
guess I gotta beat your ass.
I,
You know what I'm saying?
in that moment, you don't know what's gonna happen, so you do what you gotta do. So anyway, too close to home, man. Sexual encounters. We want to know your experiences. What is too
So-
close to home for you?
So what did you learn from that experience?
Not
do you
to
do
fuck
different?
with strippers.
Don't fuck with strippers.
Don't fuck with strippers.
They might have a nigga show up.
They might. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, but no, all jokes
There's a-
aside, I don't know what could I learn from that situation because, as far as I knew, she said she was single. Maybe she was single, but maybe he was just a stalker. Maybe he was just not
Could've
ready
been.
to be over it.
Yeah.
You know what I
But
mean?
That's the tribulation of like dealing with a woman. I mean, I hate to
A
say
female.
attractive woman, but a really
Mhm.
attractive woman, she gonna have some niggas just showing up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like whether she want them to or not.
Yeah, it was a very uncomfortable situation. But needless to say, I did not get the pussy that night, and I also did not talk to Monica anymore after that.
Sorry, Monica.
Yeah.
Ed said you should have went in the closet.
You didn't put my life in danger.
Yeah. If I gotta fight a nigga naked, I ain't talking to you no more.
If it's a possibility that I have to
Too
fight
close.
naked.
Yeah.
Too close to
Yeah,
home.
nah.
Let us know your thoughts on the method message. Let us know in the comments. But right now, I need you to hit a comment, to hit a share button, hit the like button, and of course, if on Spotify, hit the thumbs up button. YouTube, subscribe. Let's get to the final segment, man. Final segment that we call Method Lessons.
Reading is fundamental. Now let's get on with this school thing.
You teach.
Remy.
Did we
Oh,
ever
this
figure
is a segment where we talk about some
This
shit we learned most recently, and I
This
think
guy.
everybody's learning not to fuck with women that are too close to home. I think that's the big lesson for the day.
And if you're gonna
But-
fight naked.
Fight naked. As long as he ain't got a gun.
Yeah.
Let them nuts sing.
So I'm gonna share something that I learned, and then I'm gonna pass it off to the fellas.
All right.
So, I biked to work this morning, and it was the first time I've not ever biked to work. I biked to work before, but it was like first time I think in like this level of adulthood where I like, did a physical activity in order to get to work or whatever. And
You've done a lot of biking lately. Is that becoming like your safe space, like your hobby?
absolutely. Biking gives me it. So I mean, it helps me reshape my brain sometimes. Like when I'm in a weird, fucked up mental state or whatever. Usually going on a bike, especially if I go on a difficult bike, or if I spend a lot of time, or any bike where I discover something new.
Yeah.
Like whatever the fuck was going on is gone because
Yeah.
I'm watching the fucking sunset from a brand new spot or whatever.
Mhm.
Like just the other day, I biked over to a place called Salt Shack, and it's like this.
you biked there?
I biked there.
I saw the picture. I
Yeah.
didn't know you had drove over that.
You got to go down this scary ass road with
Yeah,
just
it's
no
not serious.
sidewalk and a
That's
train
yeah.
track. Like, and I don't mind doing that type of bike. I found a lot of cool stuff that way or whatever. So
Salt Shack is cool. I like Salt Shack.
once I got there, I stopped and I just grabbed a drink and I was like, see the sun from here is right behind the bridge or whatever. So I was like, this is a cool spot. So, so the main thing, the lesson is, what is the lesson? I mean, I already know how to bike and I know how to bike. to
I
work.
mean,
So question, I got a question for you. You got is it like when you bike, is it like a regular bike or you got a cheap bike? Like
no, I don't have a this nigga.
Talking about the
This
electric
nigga said
bike?
cheap
Yeah,
bike.
yeah.
Shout out to Marcus Harbrook and Jason Thompson with the electric bike.
Yeah, I'm not on that level yet. Not even just cause I feel like it's cheating. I can't afford a goddamn e-bike. Like my bike costs too much.
how much they cost?
Over $1,000.
Yeah, usually over
Alrighty.
1,000.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And my bike was like 600 when I bought it. So
So you met the lesson.
I have a regular bike.
Is the peace of mind you've been getting?
Well,
from-
actually, the thing I kind of want to touch on, one thing I love about this is that I'm close enough to bike to work, and it's a good job, make good money. Before, when I bike to work, I was like biking for like $7 an hour or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but then back in the day, for a good job, I remember having to take 3 buses across, like from the burbs to the city. You know what I mean, to get there or whatever. So it's like it's an enhancement. You know what I mean, like as far as how I can get to work, and I chose to do that today, and I like that I did it because it felt like something I couldn't do. You know what I mean? Like at first I was like, I can't bike to work. It's too many fucking hurdles.
Obstacles.
And then
More than anything, the traffic. Yeah.
And you're
And
just
this-
feeling tired when you get there.
right. So this week I was like, I want to be at work. I don't have a car. How can I do this? And I figured it out, and I got to work, and I'm glad about that.
So you
But
had your laptops with you and everything?
no laptop. That's what's dope about like
Okay.
I couldn't do it if I had to fucking carry a laptop. I'd be like, no, never.
Gotcha.
But I guess my question to y'all was, as far as like past experiences, what has been like your worst commute to get to your job?
My worst commute that I ever had was when I lived in St. Petersburg. I've been fortunate enough to be pretty close to my jobs that I've worked at. But when I was still doing personal training and doing personal training management, I had just started working for LA Fitness probably in like 2012, I think. I was living in St. Petersburg, and I got hired at the LA Fitness out in Brandon. And I had to drive 45 minutes to work every day. And that was the worst experience because I didn't feel like I was making enough money to compensate for like all the gas I was burning. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, it's just 45 minutes was the longest. Actually, but before that, I worked for Walmart Distribution Center back in Virginia, and it was like an hour and a half commute, but I carpooled. So it didn't feel as bad.
Right.
You know what I mean? Versus the 45-minute drive
Yeah.
every day.
So my worst one has been, I would say, is when I lived in Jacksonville, and I lived out on it's Atlantic Beach. So I lived out there, and I would have to drive to the south side, which was about 45 minutes away.
Mhm.
This is one of the call centers, but
Them damn call centers.
it seems to be a recurring thing. But yeah, I had to drive out there, and the bad part about it, like the drive wasn't bad. It's just that when I was driving it, I had a stick shift, and I'd be stuck in traffic.
That's the
Yeah.
And you have to
worst.
shift up, and shift
Stick
down,
shift and
like, go back.
fucking traffic
I used
is
to
And
the
the
love
thing
worst.
that
stick
made it-
shifts, though.
The thing that made it even worse is that the AC never worked in this car.
God damn.
So you know what I'm saying. So I'd
Stuck
be
in traffic with no AC.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and it's a manual.
And you know,
Yeah.
like the drive home wasn't bad because like I used to work like 3 to 12, you know. So I'd be driving at like 2:00 in the afternoon, like
Yeah.
peak of the heat,
Yeah.
no AC,
Yeah, that's
stopping,
horrible.
starting. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like I had to, I even broke down
Here in
the part
Florida?
where-
Florida?
in Florida,
Oh, yeah.
So
that's
you know what I'm
bad.
saying. So I had to even break down to just buy one of them little fans you clip on the dashboard.
Damn,
Just
the
blow it.
struggle. The
You know what I
struggle.
mean?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
struggle
yeah.
fan.
Yeah, for
Bro,
real.
listen.
For real.
It'd be hot with AC in Florida during summer times. I can only imagine.
Yeah.
I remember I had a car, my Nissan Maxima, man. Like it was on its last legs, and that thing didn't have AC, but it blew like hot air out. So it was like it was just enough that it wasn't worse than the window rolled down,
Yeah,
but
right.
it wasn't enough to cool you down.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's nothing worse than when your AC don't work and you roll the windows down
Mm.
and the air outside is
Cooler.
even hotter
yeah,
than the air
bad.
inside.
Yeah, you like,
just
it ain't
It's
shit I can do.
bad. Ain't nothing you can
I
do
just
but
gotta
suck
be
it
hot.
up.
This
That's
is
all you can
crazy.
do, man.
I just gotta sweat.
Struggle
I just gotta
is real.
sweat it out.
What's your method lesson, Justin?
So my method lesson is I found out that and I found this out a little while ago, but there's an actual word for the type of person that I am.
Okay, what's that word?
Right. Now, if you guys know me, you know when I get invited to places,
Uh-huh.
I show up a little tardy.
Okay.
You know.
You're one of those people.
Yeah. So for the most part, I'm not gonna be on time. Like, you know, you see that meme on Facebook, it's like you get $2 million if you can invite one person and they show up late. Yeah, it's
Right.
me. It's
That's
me.
you.
It's me. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
So I found out there's an actual term
What's
for
the
this
term?
type of person.
Okay.
It's called a tits optimist.
A what?
Yeah.
TITS optimist?
Yes,
What
it's
the
called
fuck?
a tits optimist.
A tits optimist.
Tits optimist. Yeah.
How would that spell?
That's,
Do you know
that's
how
a
to
little
spell?
bit on the nose.
TITSOPTIMIST. So it's just like it's just how it sounds.
That's
Tits
funny.
Yeah.
optimist.
That is
So
funny.
it's derived from a Swedish word which
Tits
means
optimist.
time optimist.
Wow.
Okay.
And so it means that you're not like intentionally being late,
Yeah.
but you just always think that you have more time than you really do.
I call
Right,
bullshit
right.
on that, man. Bullshit.
No, man, it's a real thing.
How
I
you think
promise
you got more time? At 60 minutes, I gotta be there at this time.
Oh, there we go. She posted it up there.
There it is.
Yeah.
Tits optimist. That
Shout
is-
out to Mars. Yeah, she's a tits optimist. Tits optimist too.
I am such a a punctual person
Yeah, me too.
that it really I ain't gonna say irks me. It boils my skin sometimes when people, not you in particular, but like just gets
I thought
late.
it was cool.
It gets late everywhere, especially like I'm one of those people who, like, for example, like movies. I want to watch the previewed movies.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to get there right when the movie start.
Right.
And like if you're late all the time, like look, I'm gonna meet you there.
Right.
I'm gonna be inside here. But I'm gonna be at, we got assigned seating. I'm not waiting for
Fortunately.
you.
But see, that's the
Yeah.
thing. Like, I want to watch the previews.
Remember
too.
back in the day when they
but I just think that I got 20 more minutes than I
Right.
really do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'll be sitting on the couch.
So basically, you just bad at time management. You're
Basically.
like,
Yeah,
I got
pretty
time.
much, pretty
Basically.
much.
I get it.
So like, if the movie's at 6,
Yeah.
it'll be 4 o'clock. I'll be like, all right, I got a little bit of time. I got a little bit of time. I don't got to start getting
I
ready.
tend to be a
You know.
kids optimist when I am like if I'm gaming, right?
Mm.
I'm like, okay, I need to be at a certain place at this time, but I'll start hopping on the game. And the game,
Yeah.
in your mind, you think the game's gonna take 20 minutes, but next thing you know, it's 45 minutes later. You're like,
Yeah.
oh shit,
It's an hour and a half later.
hour and a half
You're like,
later.
man.
Or I got into a real good TV show.
Yeah.
Like the other day, I don't know where I was supposed to be. It was somewhere. I think I was meeting up with y'all for the
Oh,
pod plan,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, okay, And luckily, I got there pretty much on time, but I left late because I was watching a good TV show. Yeah, he was a tit optimist on that one.
Yeah.
So Ed is late a lot, but I don't know if I would call him a tits optimist because I know what he does. He literally is just like, if he starts at 6, I'm leaving at 6.
Okay.
That's
So
just
he
how
literally,
he
so he
I don't know. Sometimes
So he
though,
intentionally tries to be
I
late.
lived with Ed for 9 months,
Mm-hmm.
and there were times we were both going to the same event, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, he's like, all right, this time we're gonna leave. Ed would try to squeeze so much shit in, and that I'm like, Ed,
he might be a tits optimist.
He got 30
He think he
minutes.
got more time than he
You
got.
got 30
you know what I
minutes.
mean?
Like that don't make no
He's
sense.
like, all right, I'm about to go wash the car and then
Yeah, like,
do some laundry.
We might be right too, though. I don't know. So, tit. That's what I learned. That's a method lesson for me too, because I did not know what a tits
We
optimist
learning
is.
words on this motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? Big words.
Hey.
So my method lesson this week is I was thinking about I'm going to Mexico in 2 weeks, and I did a post about traveling, and I was just like, it's important. My lesson was to remind yourself that sometimes it's okay to look at the past to appreciate the present, because sometimes you forget where you've come from, and a lot of times we always say, don't dwell on the past, don't look in the past, live in the moment. But I remember, like, in 2000, like, I remember not doing any kind of traveling at all. And now I look at myself and I travel at least 3-4 times a year. But I remember at one point, I look back at 2018 when I had just started traveling and look at where I've come from now. And it's so, for me, very vital. I learned that, like, damn, you know what? I've come a long way from my traveling days. And it's okay if I'm not traveling where I want to go, like, well, where I want to travel to currently, because maybe I can't afford it because of the price. But I am doing more traveling today than I ever did in the past. And my question to you guys is, when it comes to traveling, are you traveling as much as you thought you would be doing at this point in your life, less than what you're doing, or right where you're at?
I think less, probably. And it's just here's the thing about it. And like, I get into this conversation with my girl all the time because she just goes fucking places. You know what I mean? Like, she's like, okay, yeah, just going here.
Right.
Like, but like for me, it just doesn't compute in my head like that. Like, there's so much preparation and all that kind of stuff that I have to put into it. I think I honestly overthink it a lot of the time.
I can see that.
And and I make it dependent on a lot of stuff that is not really dependent, and then that's how
I gotta get the car washed before I leave.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
you ain't gotta do that.
We're like, yeah, I want to go on this trip, but I ain't got no luggage.
Right.
Get
New luggage. My old luggage ain't gonna work.
Yeah, exactly.
I need these 3 new outfits.
Yeah. So, and I'm trying to get better at that. But it's
man, get out of your own way.
Yeah, it was just baby steps.
Get out of here.
You know what I mean? We working on
So
it.
you thought you'd be doing more traveling in general at this point?
Yeah, because honestly, if you talking about what I thought when I was 20-year-old me, I thought I'd be rich by now, but
for real,
we all supposed to be rich.
You know what I'm
by now.
saying?
Listen,
Somebody lied.
that's everybody's plan.
traveling
Fucked
wasn't even like a thought for me.
Yeah.
In my 20s.
You thought it was just
I
something that would
think
happen.
I think a lot of people, especially Black people, like, if you grow up in a struggle or you grow up broke and
You're
you're
like,
just trying
this
to
is where
make
I'm
it,
at.
you don't even think about spending, even though a flight might only cost you $200.
Yeah.
You don't have an extra $200 at some
You
point
see
in your
that as-
life.
You see that as like unnecessary or extra.
Yeah.
You know
For
what I
me,
mean?
everything about the world was like everything outside of my city was intimidating.
Mm.
Like the idea of like even taking a bus to Florida or something like that. Like I did eventually, but I think I remember hearing about like killer bees and like tornadoes and like
You talking
hurricanes.
about from Wu-Tang?
no,
No,
but
Wu-Tang
I mean,
Killer
like,
Bees.
like living in Detroit, all we got is snow.
Yeah.
And the rest of the country got shit like tornadoes and killer bees and hurricanes and wildfires. So when I heard about those things, I was like, I can't go to those places. I'm gonna fuck around and end up in a wildfire.
So you
know what I
thought
mean?
Fear.
so you
I would
thought
talk myself
everywhere
out of it, yeah.
you thought everywhere
was fucked up.
outside of Detroit was
was
like,
fucked up. Even though
like
I'm
Australia,
in Detroit
where-
and Detroit is not safe
Yeah.
and
yeah,
blizzards like a motherfucker.
It's everywhere.
But people still think that's today. Like people say, "Oh, don't go to Mexico."
yeah.
Because I'm like, bro, you understand? You can get shot in here in Walmart, right? Like, it's just so
Probably more likely.
more likely. So, are you traveling more or less, or just about where you thought you would be at this point in your life?
When I started traveling like a lot, and it felt it was like probably too much. So now I think I'm finding like a balance.
Were you traveling a lot before 2018 when we went to Panama together?
Once I started, I was kind of like I kept going. I think I went to Ireland that same year.
Oh, okay.
Like I felt like I was doing a lot, and then I was still like traveling within the states. So like I don't, and I really don't even travel that much, but I know that was a lot for me. And now I'm traveling like a lot less, but at least I'm getting out. I think I'm getting out of the states at least once a year, so I feel fine about that. So I feel content with where I'm at. Once I like do the thing that I'm saving up for, and then I feel like I can start traveling again, then I'll be ready. But I'm just not there yet.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing the pictures, man, from Japan.
Yeah,
I've never been. I've actually never traveled anywhere
excited.
further than 4 hours away, flight wise. So I'm working my way up to that.
That's the only thing I'm nervous about is the length of the flight. You know what I mean? Like I've never.
You got long legs too, so that's always
I've never been on a plane that long. You know what I mean? So like I think the longest flight I've ever been on is maybe 4.5 hours. So 13 is a huge difference, but
it's a big difference.
I'm just like I just kind of have the mindset of just like. It's like when you're getting on a roller coaster and you're scared, you're like, all right, fuck it, I'm just gonna do this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Just gonna do it.
Hey, what we talking about next week, man? Anyone know off top of their mind, top of their head?
If you give me 30 seconds, I can tell you.
Are we doing like the what was it?
Space Talk? I think we're doing Space Talk.
Space Talk.
I think next week we're talking about Space Talk. We're talking about aliens.
Yeah, we're gonna have
about the
Neil deGrasse
universe.
Tyson on
Man,
that.
I motherfucking wish, bro. He's actually one of my. I follow him on Twitter and TikTok. Like he's one of the dudes I actually enjoy following and listening to.
He's actually got a new Vlad TV interview that's like slowly rolling out or whatever. They're on like the 8th part or whatever. He's an interesting dude.
So next week, man, talking about Space Talk. But until then, man, they say that the liquor makes you talk quicker. We say M is for mostly. E is for everybody. T is for talking. H is for honestly.
Wait, what?
H. No, he was himself.
You're not spelling that.
Oh,
who's podcast?
O is for over.
Over.
D is for drinks, man. Until next week. Holla.
Everybody talking honestly over drinks. Tell me what you think. It's mostly everybody talking honestly over drinks. Tell me what you think.